Alright guys, welcome back to more PES 5 Master League. To start today's episode, just going to go through a couple of things. Most importantly really is, well, with the contracts, obviously, at the end of the last episode, I think we tried to sort them out. And we're going to try a trade for Schmidt, because a lot of people showed interest in him in the last window, and they said it would be a good sign-in. So we're going to try and trade for Chivu. So let's try and do that. And the other one, we're going to try for Benzema again, just by upping the transfer and the salary and re-attempting to trade for Torres. So let's go to the Livorno game today. And here we are then at Livorno. So yeah, not really a lot to say. Yet again, we're just, you know, going in there and doing whatever we want to do or need to do, kind of as usual. But today, a little bit of a different thing going on. We've got the home shorts on because Livorno's got some black shorts that they're using, so why not mix and match today? We're going to be using the Adidas ball today, which was used at Euro 2004. So yeah, going to change it up and use a few different match balls, etc. And yeah, we're going with Orellano and Inzaghi up front yet again for like the millionth time, because why not? These guys are legends. Well, I mean, you might agree that Inzaghi is more of a legend than Orellano is at this point, but you know, Orellano will probably get there at some point. One of the things, though, is we talked about Torres a lot, and we said that we probably... Torres' time is probably up. So that's one thing that we're kind of trying. We're going to try and see if we can let him go. But in doing so, bringing Benzema in, is it the right option? I don't know, because Benzema is a really good player, obviously. But then you might argue it's not really going to give much time to, you know, the likes of Inzaghi or Orellano maybe this season if we're just going to bring in another striker. So, I don't know. Make what you will of that. But it's, I don't know. We'll see how it goes this season. We'll see how it goes. I'm really interested to see if the Schmidt deal happens as well, because like, that guy, I didn't realise it, but he can play, like, all over the pitch. Did I mention it in the last window? I don't remember if I did or not. Here comes Perotti, by the way. Is he going to take the shot? No, he's not. Maldini is the captain tonight. And that was a dodgy-looking ball out. Palmieri's in there, by the way, today as well. It's pretty much the same back four we've been using, because we just want to give these guys a good run out. Oscar Cordoba there. Czech is on a red form. Arrow! Oh, that could have been tricky. That could have been tricky. So, yeah, Cafu, Roberto Carlos. Carboni has joined the team, and he is on the bench for this one, so he might come on later down the line. It's more of a case of Roberto Carlos is still pretty young, so we kind of want to give Roberto Carlos as much time as possible. Carboni's like, I think, 26 or something, so we're just going to go with that. Gambino's playing on the left side of midfield rather than his right, so take what you will from that as well. Here's Orellano. Here's Mertesacker, by the way, who we haven't seen for a number of years. He played for us back in, I believe, Season 4, I want to say, and I think 5. That's what I want to say, anyway. He did play for us, although it didn't really work out. He kind of... I don't even know what the word is you want to use. He just didn't really maybe fit in quite well. We used to concede quite a bit with him in the team, if I remember correctly, so I think that was one of the reasons we kind of just let him go in the end. You know, kind of like how every time we played Company used to be kind of a curse. Yeah. Company was a curse. But there was one or two good moments. Here's Inzaghi. Oh, it's Inzaghi again, isn't it? Of course it is. I think that's his 4th goal of pre-season, I want to say. I think it is. But, yeah, this team, we've not played them before. They've got Gary Caldwell in their team, by the way, of Livorno. And they've got Mbami as well. Mbami from PES 6, if you've watched that series. So, at least I think it's the same Mbami. It should be. But yeah, little ball out wide to Inzaghi here, and he just puts the ball away quite nicely. It's kind of maybe a little bit fitting. I don't know, we're in Italy here today, so we gave Maldini the captain's armband. It was either him or Nuri Sahin we were thinking, but went with Maldini. He's back in his home country, I guess, right now, so why not, I guess. That's a nice ball out wide to Orellano, who's got to keep up with this, and he does. He gets the better of Mertesacker, gets the ball into the box, and almost finds Inzaghi there. Figo playing this one there as well. He's not scored for us yet, it's Figo. It's kind of like the Gambino situation all over again, where Gambino didn't score for quite a while. I was wondering, when is he going to get it? How is he going to get it? Who's he going to get it against? There, that's nicely played there by Kaiser. And that's kind of worked out for Inzaghi. And that's worked out for Orellano, who took the shot. I'm not sure if Orellano really could have done much there other than take the shot, because it didn't look like there was much room to work with anywhere by the end of it. By the time he got onto that ball, it was either take the shot or risk losing the ball. And here's Orellano. Oh, he's gone down. And the ref did not award anything for it other than the corner kick. And header there is far off target from Inzaghi. I don't think he'll care about that one, though. There's, he's proving to be quite an asset to us. A player that I didn't think would really ever fit into this team. He's been a surprise, if I'm honest. I think there was a few players that have been suggested. Somebody suggested Chris of, I believe, Lyon for a defender. However, after searching his name, apparently he is not currently in the game. So, did he retire? I don't remember, if I'm honest. But that's something. It's Figo straight at the keeper. We're playing pretty well here, I'd say. So I'm not too sure about that. Because Chris for sure, but the rest of his name can be searched, because that's kind of like a shortened version of his name. But having searched all the other parts of his name, he does not appear to be in the database, so that's kind of weird. Another one was Lover, I want to say his name is. He is currently 33 years of age, and his stats aren't looking like they would fit into this squad, unfortunately. But it is noted, because you never know, the guy could return on a regen at some point. I think for us, one of the things is that we're going to try and maybe trade Mascherano off. Who we're trading him off for, we're not too sure. It could be Forseti, it could be someone else. But right now we are not 100% sure. I don't know. But the problem with that is we can't do anything until Mascherano discusses a new contract with us. See, it's kind of stupid, isn't it? It's like, oh, the player, we can't do anything with the player because he basically wants a new contract. But we, you know, obviously want to sell the player, so why can't we just sell him rather than offer him a new contract? Kinda doesn't make any sense. And I don't believe it. How has Inzaghi missed that? He's put too much power on it. That was an open net. He should have had that knee hat he's on. There's quite a few number of legends in this Livorno team. I'll give them that. It's not a team we've played yet in this Master League. So, and they could be in here, and it's a good save. That was a pretty bad thing to happen there. But the ball is back in Liverpool's possession. Here's Roberto Carlos. He's going to go wide to Gambino. Gambino's going to run past that man kind of easily. He's bought himself some space. It's cleared away. But that's the thing, though. There's some people that are talking about like getting players on the cheap and whatnot, and it's like, although I do appreciate, you know, you can pick up some really good gems of players in this Master League. You really can, honestly. Like, for example, Park Chu-young in like the first season, I believe, is like really good to have, and he's cheap enough to acquire. But at this stage, at 12 seasons in now, money is... Oh, that's unfortunate. That is a pretty good shot, to be fair, by Inzaghi. Oh, tipped it onto the post. But as I was saying, yeah, the money is just simply not an issue at this point. You know what? The thing is that I don't just want to offer a player tons and tons of money just because we can, because what's... Oh, that's a good shot, to be fair. You know, I feel like, what's the point of that? You know, why waste all the money? I mean, it probably doesn't matter at this point anyway, but I don't really want to just offer a player tons and tons of cash just because we can. And that is another save. We are making a few errors at the back today. I'm going to do a couple of subs here. Orellana's going to come off for Rooney. And Gambino is also off for Fabregas. Here is Fabregas. Speaking of which, he's a little bit too fast. He's a little bit too quick. Oh, and that was on target, honestly. Oh, keeper gets to it. Fair enough. I just feel like there's one more goal maybe in this game somewhere. It could be for either team, to be honest. Here's Kaiser. Here's Figo. It's Cafu. And it's back with Figo, who goes for the shot there. I mean, he didn't have to, but I'm not sure there was too many other options. Figo just eager to get his first goal, really. But I know we're it's kind of like last pre-season, though. I don't know if anybody remembers, but last pre-season we didn't really play a lot of the first team players, so we tend not to do that in pre-season. Here is Inzaghi. Can he... Oh, he's making mincemeat out of this guy here. He absolutely minced him all kinds of places up. And that's a bad ball. And I think Nuri Sahin's run there was kind of interrupted. So I feel like... I know some people might say, well, Rooney's, you know, he's more of a striker. Maybe we could just use Rooney. Up front. But to be honest, I actually prefer Rooney more as a attacking mid. He's done so well there in that position. So if Benzema is acquired, Benzema, I don't know how much Benzema is going to be used, honestly. It depends, but we'll soon find out. You get a good idea for how these players are playing and how they operate, etc. And Inzaghi there cannot be found. I feel like we are owed one more goal in this game. I feel like there's another goal somewhere, but I just don't know where. But there's very little time to get that goal now. Unless it is here. And it's not going to be here. Just the one goal today. I feel like we were shortchanged in this one. There should have been more to it than there was. But hey, that's the way it is. Fair enough. It's Nuri Sahin with the man of the match today. So yeah, his passing. Did he set? Was it his assist? Yeah, it was his assist. So he pretty much got it based on the assist. Inzaghi, I cannot believe he missed that volley. It was so wide open. Honestly, cannot believe that. He really should have had it, but not to be today. Nihat looked a little bit threatening when he came on. To be honest, we were making so many mistakes at the back. and how we didn't concede in the end, I don't know. Like, Oscar Cordoba came up with the saves when he needed to, so you might even think he's the man of the match today, I don't know. But Inzaghi had another good game, to be fair, and Mertesacker, I thought, played pretty well from what I saw. So, yeah. And, Benzema is joined. Orellano's success, Reese's success, Mascherano and Puyol have all accepted their contracts, so that's good. I mean, we can do something with Mascherano now. I think you've got to give it like another week, though, if I remember correctly. And Benzema joins the squad. How about that? It's still Czech's face. Brilliant. So, I mean, that's been happening since Season 4 when Czech joined, I believe. I've wondered what happens if we sell Czech. Does it get rid of that glitch or what? I have no clue. Honestly, I guess it's just something to do with the patch. But, yeah, Torres has gone to Blackburn. He's going to be playing in the second division, is Fernando Torres. We've got Torres and Eto'o up front now. Have Blackburn now. So I don't know if that's going to propel them back to the Premier League next season, but that's, I mean, it's quite a signing, isn't it? You know, I just feel like Torres just doesn't fit into our team anymore, and I gotta say though, Torres has been with us since the start of Season 3. It is now the start of Season 12. That's 9 years, is that now? You know, that's quite incredible, to be fair. That's been an amazing journey that he's had with us, but he's had his time. He's scored some really amazing goals. He's won some trophies with us. It's been really good to have him in the team. So thank you, Fernando Torres, for being a part of this team. But now it is time for you to move on. Schmidt didn't join, which is a bit crap. What more can I say about that? So who is this guy? 22. Playing for PES United. Wow, he looks good. I didn't realise this. I didn't know there was players like that playing in the second division too much. But yeah, future potential. Again, I don't think there's really anything to know. I don't think really anything has changed. In fact, you know what I might just start doing from now on is I might just start scanning through this myself and then just letting you guys know if I come up with anything. So having a look through, there wasn't really anything to know, but one thing you can do here is you can actually, I don't think I've ever used this setting before, but you can show all players. And what you can do is then go to this screen here and sort by, you know, age, height, club, nationality, position, whatever you're looking for, ability. One thing that I came across actually was salary, and I thought this is actually a really good way of sorting players out, because we can use this to look at, you know, if you're looking for cheap players, it's pretty good because, you know, you can look at whoever's there, whatever. But if you go right to the final page, or depending on how you sort it anyway, it could be the first page, you can just have a look at like who are the highest sort of paid players in the game, or, you know, like who's worth the most. So obviously the players that are worth the most are obviously going to be players that are really good. So it's maybe sometimes worth looking at it potentially, but yeah, that's one way of kind of doing it if you guys really wanted to. Gilardino is 33 now. Figo is with us. Kaka, somebody said about Kaka not too long back. We've already had Kaka though. Camacho, we had him and then we let him go because his stats, if I remember correctly, was starting to decline. Doesn't mean it's always necessarily a bad thing, but for me that's kind of like, why are your stats declining? Have you peaked too early on something? You know, I don't know. It's not always a bad thing though. Adriano is 33, so I mean this is one way of doing it. There's 138 pages of players here, so I'm not going to go through absolutely everything, but I figured maybe I could just have a look at a few of the first few pages. We've got Nesta here. That might be a good one to bookmark actually, because he's 19, regen, up and coming, why not, etc. So yeah, What is Lampard? He's 37 now and he's still playing at Chelsea. Jesus, what's Terry now? 34. It's getting out of hand, some of this. It's really getting out of hand, I feel. Okay. This is interesting. Carlos Tevez apparently does not have a club. Like, what? Look at them stats. Those stats don't mess around. Like, his injuries are B, whatever. But this guy is 31, he's got amazing stats, and nobody's bought him. It kind of makes me want to release a player just to try for him, because that's just like way too good to pass up. But somebody I think did mention Tevez, the idea of Tevez once, a few years back, and obviously it's never happened, but like, wow, that's just weird to me. How a player that good can not have a team. Anyway, I think we've talked enough for today, so yeah, not too bad of a match against Livorno, to be fair. Negotiations will be taking place between now and the next match, and the next match is against Lil Rascal, so I think we might go back in for Schmidt again. We have to wait. If we want to trade Mascherano, for example, we have to wait another week, unfortunately, so I guess we'll have to just wait for now, and after the next match we'll be halfway through pre-season, so yeah. Anyway guys, thank you for watching today's episode, and I will see you in the next one for another team we've not actually played, which is Little Rascals. How rare is it to find that team in the Master League? I think it's the first time ever I've actually come across them, so this could be interesting. See you then. Take care.